In my time at the University of Florida, I worked for the University Athletic Association. That is the separate entity that is in charge of all of the athletics, college athletes at the University of Florida. And do you know what the University Athletic Association has? Tutors. They have tutors, they have counselors. These student athletes, whether you are Black, white, Latino, Asian, whatever, regardless of your race, your nationality, you have access to these resources. Student athletes at the University of Florida, because it is a perennial top 5 athletic program, have more access to resources than your standard college student. But the NAACP wants you to believe that that is not the case. And what's even funnier, and this is really what tickled me, is that to become a student athlete, a college student athlete, you have to receive, you are being awarded, whether it's a scholarship, a partial scholarship, walking on, no scholarship received. You are there and on a team because of merit, because of your skill set. You are not there to check a box. You are there because you have an advanced level of skill to play at the college level. And the University of Florida, as a top 5 perennial, top 5 program in all of college athletics, is not checking a box by giving you a scholarship or saying that you can be a part of a team. So the NAACP is trying to make the Black college student athlete at the University of Florida and other state schools at the University of Florida, where they're also receiving scholarships because of merit and their skill set. They are arguing that because they're trying to confuse you to make it seem as if merit was not being rewarded as to why those Black student athletes are at the school in the first place. And like I just said, with the resources, the University of Florida gives more resources to student athletes than your general standard student at the University of Florida. There are a few hundred student athletes at the University of Florida, and there are dozens of counselors and tutors available to them. The ratio, if I had to guess, a ballpark is probably like 1 to 25. There are about 45,000 students at the University of Florida. And there are definitely not 2,000 tutors and advisors on staff at the University of Florida. But the NAACP is trying to get the Black student athletes to threaten the university to pull their skills and ultimately, affect the bottom line, the money, the revenue that these athletic programs bring in, to try to get the university to defy the law for the state and bring back the DEI office. But this is right in line with what the NAACP does. You may remember that the NAACP, going back to last year, said that the state of Florida is, quote, unsafe for Black Americans. Unsafe. And you may remember the hilarity of it all, because the NAACP president was living in Tampa at the time. Tampa, if you are unaware, is a major city in the state of Florida. Yet he's saying, oh, the state of Florida is unsafe for Blacks, that you are not welcomed in the state of Florida, which is a foolishness. They instituted a travel advisory. I have it right here in front of me. I will read it to you. Quote, under its current governor, the state of Florida has engaged in an all-out attack on Black Americans, accurate Black history, voting rights, members of the LGBTQ plus community, immigrants, women's reproductive rights, free speech, while simultaneously embracing a culture of fear, bullying, intimidation by public officials. And then it goes on. Under the leadership of Governor Ron DeSantis, the state of Florida has criminalized protest, restricted abilities the ability of educators to teach African American history and engaged in a blatant war against diversity and inclusion. Please be advised that Florida is openly hostile toward African Americans, people of color, and LGBTQ plus individuals. Before traveling to Florida, please understand that the state of Florida devalues and marginalizes the contributions of and the challenges faced by African Americans and other minorities. And then it goes on to please be advised, public schools, yada, yada, yada. So this call by the NAACP in response to the University of Florida eliminating the DEI office and saying that in asking the Black student athletes to threaten to leave the university, or if they would be an incoming recruiting class, to not attend the University of Florida or other state schools, is right in line with that travel advisory that the NAACP issued last year, while the president of the NAACP was literally living in Tampa. And I'm sure his reasoning was like, oh, I'll be the one to fall on the sword, right? I'll be the one to stay behind and live over here in beautiful Tampa while the rest of you, flee the state or, don't even want to come here. Hi, I'm Brian Kletter, the creator and host of Counterthought. For more Counterthought content, watch these 2 videos and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and spread the word.